Welcome to Learning English with Captain Binoy Varakil, Assistant Professor, Department of English, St. Joseph's College of Greek Old Court, Kerala. We discuss the consonants of received pronunciation. The previous lecture we studied about the classification of consonants based on the place of articulation, and after that we studied the classification of consonants based on the manner of articulation. When we study the consonants of English based on the manner of articulation, we have to understand the fact that there are 8 groups of consonants. And the last class we studied the plosive consonants. Plosive consonants we studied. And we know that the plosive consonants are also known as stops or stop consonants. And today we discuss the second group of consonants which are of course classified on the basis of manner of articulation. And those consonants under the classification of the manner of articulation, the second category are known as the affricate consonants. Affricate consonants. And we have to understand what are the affricate consonants or how are they articulated. So when we study about the affricate consonants, we have to understand the fact that these consonants, the affricate consonants, are articulated with half the feature of the stop consonants or the plosive consonants and half the feature of the fricative consonants. They are not fricative consonants. We are going to learn about fricative consonants after some time, but we have to understand the fact that the affricate consonants are produced with certain aspects of the plosives and certain aspect, half of the aspect of the plosive sounds and half of the aspect of the fricative sounds, and they are known as affricate sounds. So how do we articulate them? So in the case of the articulation of the affricate consonants, the active articulator and the passive articulator come to a contact with each other. There is a closure of the passage of air. There is a closure of the passage of air, and the oral cavity and the nasal cavity is blocked. And there is in fact a very slow release of air. This is what we have to understand. There is a closure of the passage of air, oral cavity and nasal cavity are closed, and a slow release of air. In the case of plosives, there is a sudden release of air. But in the case of affricate consonants, there is a slow release of air resulting in an audible friction instead of an audible plosion. In the case of plosives, we have plosion, okay, an audible plosion. In the case of affricates, we have an audible friction, okay. And now let us just look at the sounds. The affricates, we have 2 affricate sounds in English. They are, first one is ch as in church, ch as in chew, ch as in chill, ch as in bench, ch. Let us see how it is articulated. Ch. When we say church, when we say watch, when we say chill, the front of the tongue is the active articulator, and the front of the tongue is just against the alveolum or the teeth ridge or the hard palate. The hard palate, yeah. It is ch. Yeah, it is the hard palate, and pressure is held inside, but of course there is no plosion, slow release, and we say church, chill, chew, chewing gum, chit chat. Okay, so an affricate consonant is a consonant in the production of which the active articulator and the passive articulator come to a contact with each other, and there is a slow release of air, as in chat, 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 as in chew, chew, chew. Similarly, we have one more, that is j, as in j. Okay, in j, front of the tongue is against the hard palate, and you say joy, Jill, Jack and Jill, joy, juice, judge, George. Okay, so these are the two fricatives in received pronunciation. Affricates in received pronunciation. Okay, and we know that the affricate consonants are consonants in the production of which there is a contact between the active articulator and the passive articulator, a closure and a slow release of air, and we say church, joy. Ch and j. Ch and j are the two affricate consonants. So there are 6 plosives and there are 2 affricates. Now we move forward to the discussion of the third category of consonants based on the place, manner of articulation, and they are the fricative consonants. Number 3, we have the fricative consonants, fricatives, all right, fricatives. So based on the manner of articulation, we have fricative consonants. And what are fricative consonants? Fricative consonants are consonants in the articulation of which the active articulator and the passive articulator are brought to very close to each other. The active articulator and the passive articulator are brought very close to each other. There is a narrow gap between the articulators and the air is escaping through the narrow gap with friction, and such sounds are known as fricative sounds. Very easy to understand. Okay, in the case of plosives, we have a contact between the active articulator and passive articulator, sudden release of air. Affricate consonants, contact between the active articulator and passive articulator, slow release of air. And in the case of the fricatives, there is no contact between the active articulator and passive articulator. There is a narrowing between the articulators and slow release of air. And we have 9 fricative sounds. There are 9 fricative sounds. They are f, v, f, fly, feel, flower, feather, felt, as in veterinary, vowel, violet, vegetable. Alright, f and v. Next is th, as in thank you, thief, thought, this, th and the, this, these, those, father, mother. So f, fly, v, violet, th, thank you, the, this. Next is sir, as in cinema, sit, sat, slow. And next is z, as in zoo, zebra, zero, zigzag. Okay, so look at that. The lower lip is against the upper teeth and a narrow gap is formed. Air is let out with friction. Flower, lower lip is against the upper teeth and you say violet. Okay, and this is thank you, thought, thank you, thief. Okay, your front of the tongue is against the upper teeth and you say thank you, narrow gap, air escapes with friction. And this, these, those, father, mother, again front of the tongue is against the upper teeth and you say these, those, mother, father. Next is sir, as in sit, sat, slow, spring, Next is z, as in zoo, zoology, zigzag. Okay, and it is in all this we have what is called friction, narrow gap between. We have of course three more. Next is sh, as in shy, 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 shy. Okay, the front front of the tongue is against the roof of the mouth, and from the roof of the mouth, center of the roof of the mouth, the tongue is just gliding towards the alveolum, and we have sh. Next is like r, as in vision, mission, r, as in genre, r, garage, r. Okay, so we have right now f, w, h, l, s, z, sh, r, and next is h. Okay, so we have right now 9 fricatives, right? These are the 9 fricative sounds of English. Okay, so fricative sounds are sounds which are produced by narrowing of the active articulator and passive articulator, and based on the narrowing you can say that f and v are, okay, they are known as labiodental fricatives, labiodental fricatives, because the active articulator is lower lip and the passive articulator is upper teeth. We say f and v are labiodental fricatives. And the next two, th and the, are known as dental fricatives. They are known as dental fricatives because the friction is between the front of the tongue and the upper teeth, and you call these two, okay, f, v, labiodental, th, the, dental fricative, and next you have s and z. S and z, we say that these two are alveolar fricatives because s, the front of the tongue is against the alveolum or teeth ridge, and you call it alveolar fricative. Similarly, number 2, z, that is again the front of the tongue is against the alveolum or teeth ridge, and you call it alveolar fricative. Okay, so we have now 6. We have of course more, that is of course 3 more, and next is sh, and r, and you call these two palato-alveolar fricatives because when you say shy, shiver, shoo, okay, what happened is your front of the tongue is against the roof of the mouth, that is of course the hard palate, and the tongue is just gliding towards, or rather quickly moving towards the alveolum, and you call these the palato-alveolar fricatives, right? They are the palato-alveolar fricatives. Palato-alveolar fricatives. Here you have alveolar fricatives. ALVEO, alveolar fricatives. Palato-alveolar fricatives. Okay, dental fricatives. Labiodental fricatives. Labiodental fricatives. All right, and now we have one more, that is her. All right, her. When you say her, happiness, hope, hi, hello, what happened is there is in fact friction. Where does the friction happen? The friction is happening inside the glottis, or the gap between the vocal cords, and you call this particular fricative a glottal fricative. You call it glottal fricative because the active and passive articulators are vocal cords. So now everything is very clear to us. We have studied 3 categories of consonants, or 3 groups of consonants based on the manner of articulation. They are of course the plosive consonants, number 2 the affricate consonants, number 3 the fricative consonants. And we know that fricative consonants are again divided into 5 groups. They are altogether 9, and 9 are divided into of course 5 5 groups, and they are the dental fricatives, the labiodental fricatives, the alveolar fricatives, the palato-alveolar fricatives, and glottal fricatives. Okay, so with this we can conclude our discussion of the affricate consonants as well as the fricative consonants. Next lecture we will be discussing the post-alveolar frictionless continuant, which is of course known as trill or roll, and the lateral sounds and the nasal sounds and the semi-vowels. So thank you very much for listening. May God bless you.